Welcome back in with King Family to another F1 Clash video, and we're here for the Bahrain Grand Prix boost guide video, where we're going to be sharing with you guys the best boosts that you should use for the Bahrain Grand Prix from the qualifying to the final round. Alright, so we're going to be jumping in here and sharing these boosts with you that we think will give you the best opportunity to score as much as you possibly can. Alright, before we jump into it, remember to smash that like button. Let's jump on into it. Alright, so this event coming up, Bahrain Grand Prix, first event of the 2023 F1 season. However, F1 Clash F1 2023 season will begin sometime down in May. We normally or start the new season about in May. So we're getting ×2 rewards for this event in the Bahrain Grand Prix. So you definitely want to make it to the final round here so you can pick up as much of the extra reward as possible. Alright, so for the first track we see coming up, it's going to be Bahrain, and we see corners and grip playing the factor at Bahrain there. So you want to go for those boosts with corners and grip. The boost that gives you both corners and grip, for example, the Jin boost here, the downforce that gives you corners and grip, that's a good boost for Bahrain there. The Jin boost here that gives you corners and grip, another good boost for Bahrain there. And if you come right back down here to the Kawhi boost that gives you corners and grip, that's another boost that you could use. If you're saving boosts and you want to go light boost, then you probably could go Instinct or whatever. Any one of those free boosts from the top there, or you could go Ballast that gives you corners and grip as well for your Bahrain race. So corners and grip is what you want to go for your Bahrain race. So the first time we're going to be seeing Jeddah in the GP events, and we've come to classify Jeddah as corners and speed, and it's definitely a speed track, so we're going to throw in corners in there as well. So for Jeddah, you want to go for a speed boost mainly. You don't want to. Only way you're gonna go for a corner boost at Jeddah is unless you don't have like 2 speed boosts. If you have like 1 speed boost, then go for that 1 speed boost. For example, the Instinct right here is a speed boost. So if you have the Instinct, it's really good for Jeddah because it's a speed boost. It gives you a good amount of speed. All right. But for Jeddah, you want to go for boosts like the Fireworks, the Dead Fast right there. You want to go for the Eclipse right there, and you want to go for the Vice. Those 4 boosts are the best speed boosts in the game, and I would recommend all 4 of those for Jeddah, so you could pick whatever 2 you want. Alright, so the next track up is going to be Miami. First time seeing Miami again in qualifying in the GP events, and it's going to be 67% chance of wet. Alright, so I classify Miami and Jeddah as United Kingdom specifications, where it's speed and corners if it's wet, and speed and corners if it's dry. Alright, so if it's going to be wet, then speed and corner it is for Miami, and if it's going to be dry, it is still going to be speed and corners for Miami. So if it's wet, then you could go for the Hex boost, as you know, that gives you a good amount of speed, and then you could come back for like a tune to give you some corners, or if you want to go with Exception and the Hex boost to give you a high amount of speed for Miami, those 2 work as well. Alright, and once again, the 4th race is going to be Bahrain, where we see corners and grip coming back into play for Bahrain. Alright, moving on to the opening round, we see Bahrain again, and as I just said, corners and grip, it is for Bahrain. And then we have Belgium, which is going to be the Spa, and for the Spa we see corners and speed playing a huge role here. And back into the United Kingdom we go, and as I said a while ago, the United Kingdom is classifications for basically Miami and Jeddah, where speed and corners are the thing. However, if it's wet, you want to go for wetness ability with that speed and corners. You don't just want to go for speed and corners boost and it's a wet race. Alright, and you don't go for those wetness ability boosts, so make sure you select those boosts with the wetness ability with speed and corners, or with speed or corners. Alright, for the United Kingdom. Alright, so Italy coming up next, and we see corners and grip playing a factor of Italy. Now Italy is one of those tracks where you could throw in some speed boosts in there, but corners and grip tend to work out the best for Italy. So a boost like the Kawaii that gives you corners and grip works really well at Italy if you have that boost. And boost like the Jin works really well for Italy if you have that boost. If you don't have a boost like the Kawaii or a boost like the Jin, then you want to be selecting one boost with corners and one boost with grip, or you could go with two boosts with corners or two boosts with grip. All right, so it's up to you to go and select which one you prefer to use, or use what you got at your level in the game. All right, so corners and grip, it's going to be for Italy. Now Mexico fastest lap. This is where you're going to get the fastest lap in this event on Mexico. So 0%. So definitely the track to get the fastest lap. The only difference that's going to be playing in the fastest lap for those of you who are going to be running for the fastest lap in Mexico is going to be that temperatures. All right, as you can see, it's 14 degrees to 21 degrees. So the person that can get the hottest track will get the fastest lap. All right, so all the track temperatures are not going to be the same. If you get your track like cold, like at 14 degrees, and somebody get their track at 21 degrees, the person with a track at 21 degrees is going to put in fastest lap by a few seconds, a few hundredths of a seconds faster than you, because his track was hotter, and the hotter track gives you the faster lap. So for Mexico, we see corners and speed coming in here for Mexico as the best boost to use. Also Brazil is where we see corners and speed again using for Brazil. All right, now if you're going for the fastest lap, remember Mexico is where you want to make that first attempt in the opening round, and Mexico is when you make that second attempt in the final round. If you do not know how to get the fastest lap, we do have a video on how to get the fastest lap, how to set up your car, and what kind of boost you want to be using to get the fastest lap. So make sure you check that out if you're going to be challenging for the fastest lap. All right. So next track after Mexico and Brazil, we see it's going to be Singapore. And for Singapore, we see where corners plus grip is going to be the feature for Singapore. And then it comes back right back around full circle back to Bahrain, where we see corners and grip again being the full boost to use, or the best boost to use for Bahrain. All right. So we have a good amount of tracks here with speed and corners, and we have a good amount of tracks with grip and corners here in this one. And just remember, those wet races, if you're going to be going for speed and corners, make sure to select a boost with the clouds on it, which is wetness ability there. You want to go for speed. There goes that speed. There goes that wetness ability for those wet races. For the dry races where it's speed and corners, then you don't want to use the wet boost for those. All right. So that's basically all I have for you guys here today in this one. Hopefully this video helps you guys out. I will be going live later down today, so look out for that. Make sure your post notifications are turned on, so once I go live, you get notified and you can come join me and play with me playing live. Alright, so that's basically going to be it. Remember to smash that like button. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace. All good, guys. Bye. Shout out to Marco Pedrana, Vid Mantis, Alfredo Jr., and Touch My Dilly.
And they say if we'll only avoid any confrontation with the enemy, he'll forget his evil ways.